You ready to go?
Yes, I just have to put my shoes on and a jacket. How's that?
I'm looking forward to it, Eddie. And that son of yours is coming too, right?
I don't know. I'll ask you.
Knock, knock.
Come in. And good morning.
Well, you know what? I went to the wrong house.
You did?
I went over there across the street. I thought that was the house.
No, this is the one.
Oh, this is nice, Eddie.
It's old. 1820, 1840, something
Look at
like
these
that.
tin ceilings.
Yeah.
1822.
No closets.
No closets?
We've got clothes scattered all over hell. John never throws anything away, so...
What do we have here? We're ready to go. Are those yours?
Those
Yeah.
are his, yeah.
All right, man.
Come take a look. I picked out a couple pictures for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He can tell you what they are. What'd you do with them, Dad? I'll tell you what they are first, and you can let him. That's one from the 40s. That's the Blue Ribbon Minstrel show that he used to write, and there he is with the guy that used to write it with him. And this is the Bangor Community Theater. He was a charter member of the Bangor.
Let me
Community.
see that. Hang on for a second. You're still doing it, aren't you? Aren't you in a show right now?
We just finished one.
Yeah.
Can't get away from it, I'm afraid. Well, not afraid. It just
works out that way.
it's in the blood.
It's in the blood.
It stays with you. Yeah.
What about this guy?
Yes, he's right with me all the time. We've been in all kinds of shows together, and we have a wonderful time. Like father, like son, or like son, like father. I don't know how one would put it.
Can I have a second opinion on that?
Yes, you may. You may announce it at any moment now.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So we're agreed upon. That's 1946. And that's what they call a salt shaker mic. No longer in use. Now this is when our studios were on Main Street in Bangor. I don't think I have a date here. And that's Eddie at work in the control room.
Eddie, you look like a crooner.
Well,
Have you been told that before?
No, I haven't.
You look like a movie star, crooner type guy that sings.
Well, perhaps in the distant past.
You didn't have a singing voice?
Yes, I did.
Oh, good.
Yeah. This racism has diminished this. That's the old minstrel show, which was one of our most popular shows. There I am tucked in the corner. He and I wrote the show. We assembled everything, and we had a great time doing it. Sometimes we finished the last script just before we went on the air.
On radio, that's what you did, was
on
radio.
Yep.
Okay.
We always had a full house, but then people decided that minstrel shows were not to be, so we stopped it. I was in a play. I was the leading actor in the play, and I get pretty good reviews on it too. I think the name of the play was Accidentally Yours. Beyond that, I can't remember a thing about it. We had a civic theater. I was one of the founders of it, and so you see, in high school I did the same thing, and I was in speaking contests, and matter of fact I won a state contest, of which I'm very proud. Doing of all things a humorous reading.
Great.
But that was fun. I enjoyed that. At one time, Wanda and I had an antique business.
Wanda?
My wife,
Okay.
my late wife. We traveled, and for a brief time we had, in a house down there that no longer exists, we had an antique store. And that was fun for a while. The place is still loaded with antiques. The only thing, I'm not a collector, but this I enjoy because when my brother graduated from Annapolis in 1930, they gave me this. So I've had this wonderful letter opener since 1930. It's kind of battered now, but I think this was in the 1980s when she was working at the University of Maine. She was a writer and then became editor of the Maine Alumnus. And then she was curator of the Bangor Museum, so we've had quite an interesting career. My grandfather was in the Civil War. He fought under Colonel Chamberlain at the Battle of Little Round Top.
Do you remember him?
Oh, no.
Okay.
He departed long before I did. See, our family is kind of strung out. from years to years. Matter of fact, I had a half brother and a half sister, and they were old enough to be my parents.
What does this pottery have something to do with your grandfather?
It belonged to him.
My great-great-great-grandfather bought this house back in the 1840s, and this old jelly cupboard was in the house when he bought it. The house itself was built in 1822.
And you guys have never really. It looks like you haven't modernized it.
No.
Really.
No, the downstairs, my grandfather replaced all the woodwork.
Yeah.
He replaced the old doors. They used to have latch doors.
Go on.
My mother-in-law renovated this. It was a typical old country kitchen with a slate sink and a big wood stove and what they called a summer kitchen on the outside. But she got tired of it, so she had the casement windows put in, a new sink and new appliances.
Who's this little friend?
That is Banshee. We wanted to give her a
Oh, she's
shelter.
looking at the bird. She's going nuts over the bird. Look at her. She
Yeah,
wants.
that's right.
She would love to eat that robin, huh?
That rose bush, which usually comes in bloom around July 4th, been there for I don't know how many years. Bush.
My grandfather planted the day my mother was born in October 1928.
Man, you guys. That's why you don't want to leave Lubec.
And the two maple trees in the front of the house
Yes.
were planted by my great-grandfather.
So everything around here except John is old. And that
I'm getting
includes me.
there.
Yeah, well, slowly but surely I hope.
So we ready to go golfing?
Well,
You're ready, right?
one doesn't golf on a foggy day, but at least we can.
We'll try.
We'll try.
It's not. It is foggy, but you know what? We'll be able to see down the course.
Yeah.
Nice. Beautiful.